Hi guys, this is George back here with another video and welcome to another episode here working in World of Adventure in Planet Coaster, where as you can see I'm currently working on the second attraction that is going to make up my Swiss themed area. So in the last episode I built a B&M hypercoaster, which is the biggest roller coaster that is going to be in this park. And today I'm going to be building a log flume that's going to interact with the B&M hypercoaster, and you're going to get some great views from the log flume of the coaster. And there we go. So as you can see, just working on the second lift hill here. This actually, I built this really quickly to be fair. So you'll see this section going in and it's like I complete it, but then I go back to it another time and I actually extend it. So I add another drop. So it ends up that there's 3 lift hills and 3 drops on this uh, by the time it's actually 100% finished. Also in this episode, you're going to see me work on the rock work around here as well, of course with this area. If you saw my last episode, this area is based in the Swiss mountains, and this coaster, the coaster is kind of like the mountain backdrop of this area, very similar to how Shambhala is like the backdrop of the Chinese area, and it's themed to look like the Himalayan mountains. Same idea with this B&M Hyper, and then this log flume interacts with it. So of course you're still in the mountains with this log flume. So there we go. As you can see, there's the boats going around on there at the moment. I do actually change the positioning of that first drop because what there we go. You can see there that the wave comes over onto the track. And if that was real, I wouldn't want you to be going on the B&M Hyper and then to time it wrong when the log flume's going down that drop, and then you go past just as the log flume comes down and you get soaking whilst on the coaster. If that was real life, you wouldn't see that. I want this to be realistic, and if this was a real park, if I'm riding a B&M Hypercoaster, I don't really fancy getting a massive splash from a log flume whilst I'm on it. So I did change that, as you can see. And also, that's currently the first drop of the layout. However, once I'm finished with it, it actually is going to be the second drop. So yeah, you're going to see me go back to that in a minute. You can see me just trying to connect all the pieces up together just there, which is now done, as you can see. So yeah, that second drop, which ends up being the third drop by the end, you get a great near miss section going underneath that bit of the trough. Here we go, you can see a sped up POV of the log flume just here as well, just seeing what it was like. I will show a full POV in real time of the whole layout once it's all done. But yeah, you're going to see some of the rocks going in this episode. As I explained in the last episode, I'm working with the rocks at a bit of a kind of schedule almost. It's like do a bit of the rocks and then an attraction, bit of the rocks and an attraction kind of thing. So I'm not doing all of the rocks at once because it's very boring placing all of the rocks and it's not very exciting to watch either. So you're going to see some of the rock work in this episode, and then I'll do lots more off camera. And then throughout the episodes of building this area, you're going to gradually see more rocks going into place to complete the area, basically. So yeah, in the last episode, you can see all the rocks over there that I did over by the coaster. More rock work and terrain work will be done over by the log flume shortly. However, as you can see, I'm now extending the layout. So this is now the second drop of this log flume. Just wanted to make it a bit longer because I thought it was a bit short after watching the POV. There we go. So you can see just connecting those pieces up, just making sure it's all at the same height so there's no sudden dips. And there we go, so you can see just raising that bit up there to make sure it's all on the same level. There we go, just added another drop in there to make it a bit longer, a bit more exciting. So there we go, you can now see the entrance and the exit going in just here. Yeah, I've gone for a bit of a wooden hut cabin with the station, similar to the coaster. I did want to use these kind of Bavarian looking pieces, but there were no pieces that would cover up the bottom section of the station. So I ended up just making a similar looking station to the B&M Hypercoaster. So there we go, you can see all of that going in just there. Some windows going in just there as well. You'll be able to look through that and see the final drop just before you get on the ride and also whilst you're boarding as well. This is still a work in progress as well. For now, I've just done the shell of the building. I will go back to this at another time and do some more details around here, put some more details on the walls, and then also on the inside of the station as well. Here we go. You can see I spent a bit of time here just working out. I wanted to put a bit of a beam in the middle to separate the exit and the entrance, but there wasn't a piece that kind of slotted into the right place. So now I'm working on the roof. There we go. Yeah, you can see those pieces of the roof kind of hang a bit lower than those other pieces, which are a bit weird. I did have a look at all the other pieces, but there weren't any that seemed to line up the same, so I ended up just using those ones. But it's not the end of the world. There we go, we got those final pieces going in just there. And that's pretty much the shell of the station building done. Yeah, as I said, it is a work in progress, so I'll come back to that at another point and kind of spruce it up a bit. Here we go, you can see just extending the path of the area just here as well. And now it's time to put in the queue line and exit of this log flume. I think I switched the exit and the queue line, the entrance around, because the exit path was getting in the way of the queue. Here we go, you can see at first I was trying to build a bridge over the queue, but then I was worried that it blocks the station too much. So I thought, actually, I don't really like that. So then here we go, you can see me deleting those pieces now, and you're about to see that I swap them both round. Just like that, there we go. So there's the exit now. And then you're also going to see I actually do a bit of a bridge for the station that goes over the top of the log flume. So you'll get some good views from up there of the layout. There we go, you just need to go a bit further back, making sure it all fit in right. I might go back and change this a bit. I'm not 100% sure yet. But there we go, you can see a bit of a bridge just going past the station there. So you'll be able to look directly down at the people exiting the station ready for their ride on the log flume. And here we go, you can now see some of the terrain work going on. Of course, we're based in the mountains here. It needs to look hilly. It can't just be a flat plot of land. And there will, of course, be rock work covering all of this area as well. However, yeah, most of that will be done off camera. Here we go. So this section is going to be a tunnel just here. So you can see me just working on that. There we go. Just filling all of that in there. This whole section here will be inside part of the mountain. There we go, just finishing that off now as well. So yeah, as you're watching this, or as it's uploaded, if you're watching this within a couple of days of upload, I'm currently in California, going out there, exploring the parks. So yeah, I've pre-recorded a couple of these to upload whilst I'm there. And then there's a couple of vlogs that are going to be getting released whilst I'm there as well. And then once I get back from the trip, all of the vlogs will be getting uploaded. And here we go, you can now see the rock work begins. So to start with, I made a bit of a frame. So this is when I'm doing the rock work, this is how I kind of do this. So I'll circle off an area, I'll make a boundary of an area, and then I'll be like, right, I want this whole section covered by the end of the day. So I'll make a boundary, and it's like, that's the point where it's going to go. So you can see I'm currently making a big circle around here. That was my target. I wanted to complete all of that during that day that I was doing all this rock work. So you can see filling in all this area here. I have sped this up a lot more because, yeah, not very exciting to watch. But here we go, you can see covering all of the grass here as well, making sure it looks very rocky and mountain-like. So yeah, most of this will be done off camera. All of this section here that I've kind of bordered off, you'll see done on camera. However, off camera, I'm going to be doing a lot more work. And in the next episode, I'm going to start on a new attraction. At the start of the next episode, you'll probably see more rock work has been completed. I'm going to do some rock work, then build the next attraction, and then kind of keep doing the rock work at a time where I'm not filming, just to kind of give me breaks from it, so I can do some of the rock work and then have a break and build an attraction and do some of the fun stuff, and then go back to the boring stuff. So yeah, the next episode I'll be building a dark ride in this area, but I'll save the story for that for the next episode. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with it in terms of the ride system yet. I might make it a boat ride, or I might make it just a normal tracked dark ride. However, I will see. I think I'm leaning towards a boat ride at the moment. Yeah, I'm looking forward to building that. It's not going to be as big as my other dark ride that I've built, Mystic Manor, in my Scottish themed area. That is the signature dark ride in this park. However, this is going to be a bit of a smaller dark ride, and I'm thinking of maybe doing the boat ride system to incorporate a drop into it. But then I started thinking maybe it'll be too similar to the log flume. But this will be a dark ride, not just a log flume going around the mountains. And it's only going to be the one drop on that if I do go with the boat ride instead of the tracked ride. Because I do think with the story I want to go with, I think the boat ride might be quite good. But here we go. You can now see that most of this area has now been filled in with rocks. Just finishing the last sections there. So there we go. That is pretty much the end of this video here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly and follow me on Twitter at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and I will see you all later. Bye.